Right. Hey, things are going good. This is actually page 15, I think. So I'll just let you know where I am. I mean, I don't do every single thing on camera, so yes, it's page 15. So there's page 13. 14 got done. If you're on my Instagram, which is RabbitFighter13, you can check it out. 15 is pretty much drawn. I know it's hard to see because come on, man. The opacity is down. That's how I like to do my pencils. I actually even have my lettering already in there, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 6-panel page. I even have, this is page 15. I've even got page 16 mostly planned. It's in a sketchbook. How I like to roll. Um, where is it at? Look at that. That's when I was figuring out the designs for this character. I made her crown originally really huge. um, Probably this. We're going to go back outside and show the castle again, but this time we're going to show the Jub Jub in the foreground, and they're going to be talking about the Jub Jub here. And we'll see the card guards start to gather around, and then we're going to see the Jub Jub kind of in action rampaging at the bottom of the page. And we might have a couple of characters in on the foreground, talking about bringing the dodo in and expressing their high doubts that it'll result in anything good. But I mean, that's how you do it. And then, and then I've got plans for the whole battle scene, which will be its own groovy thing. All right, now I have. I'm going to call this ink. Rename. Let's call it ink. All right, it's good. But I want to start with doing panel borders, as I like to do. Oh, another thing that I did, I finished this last night. I finished another page of Tarzan and gave it to Jake to get some colors on it, I hope. Um, there's no rush on these things. You know, I give him as much time as he wants to take. And the plan is maybe we eventually sell it, which we'll go 50-50 on that. It's a true collaboration. I do not do colors. If color's happening, I'm going to hire somebody to do it. We're not even hire. I'm working with somebody to do it. All right. I used to say colors for kids, which I still kind of believe a little bit, but it's really I think I've evolved to the Will Eisner quote, which it's a marketing thing. You know, this one has color. It doesn't really do anything for the story, in my opinion, to put it in color. Even the Power Rangers and the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where you would think color would be important so you can tell the difference in the characters, all of those originally appeared in black and white. And it was fine. Nobody got confused, you know? All right, I got an open panel at the bottom. There it is. And this one, the whole point of this page is to get in there's a couple of jokes, a couple of gags that I want to put in here. Oh, shoot. Um, and, often that makes it worth a page to put in an extra couple of jokes and characterizations. There's basically just three ways that you can develop a character um, in a comic. And the three ways are what the character says about himself, what other characters say about him, that's number two, and what this character says to other characters. you know, and you get three different types of understandings of the character. Am I in the ink layer? You better believe it. All right, same thing here. We got our curtain still. Um, in the background, I've got these arches, and on the next page, they're going to go outside to where there's kind of like a terrace. So they'll be outdoors. There'll be an overhanging tree, um, and some pillars. I'm hoping that does it. Okay. Maybe it goes down straight down further here. Anyways, this pillar's not important. What we really want is this guy. And that also means we can get kind of thick with his outlines because he's way up in the foreground. The card guards, we don't really know what they are. They're sort of like constructs of some kind. But we do know a couple of things about them. One of the things that we know about them, whoops, is that I'm going to say that they're made out of. I think somewhere in the text there's gonna be brought up why can't the card guards defend the kingdom, and she's gonna say something. Well, they're made out of paper and cellophane. Um, so and the Jub Jub has like a fiery breath. Okay. So we know that the card guards would be next to useless in the battle, and maybe we'll see a bunch of dead card guards. In fact, that's kind of what I wanted to when I'm choreographing the big battle at the end of this sequence with the Jub Jub. Um, and we're going to find out all kinds of things like who sent the Jub Jub and why they needed a champion and where did the prophecy come from and all this other stuff. Um, how's he doing? Let's take a look at it without the pencil layer. Yeah, it's looking okay. All the card guards need numbers on their shoulder pads though, so let's see. I have these two dudes. That one's a 7. All right, let's see if they have any other guys. Oh, they're the first one shown. Okay, so I can give them any number I want. This could be a 7. This guy could be 4 or 2. We'll make him a. We could even make him an ace of hearts. I was thinking about making this guy the ace because he seems to be a trusted confidant. And this guy, so maybe this is an ace and a 9 or something. So let's make this guy a 4. I'm going to pencil it first. We want our lettering to look a little bit fancy. And as has been established, I'm not the greatest letterer in the world, so how would we make this fancy? I think it's like there's a or instead of that number, something like that. All right, let's move it around on the pad a little bit. Make it a bit smaller. Something like that. I kind of believe maybe there's a serif back here. What does a serif 4 look like? Let me see if I can look one up. Not much of one. I could make this maybe thinner at the top like that, something like that. I don't know. All right, let's give it a shot. We're gonna throw it into the ink layer. Just let it fall where it may. Something like that. And anywhere where it falls outside the normal panel borders. I think this is good. Okay, now technically the archers are behind these other these mid-grounded figures. So we'll have to do them first. Let's start with our humbly bowing frog. It should be noted that this is an absurdist world. And the frog footmen, of course, don't really believe that this dodo is going to be any use against the Jub Jub. And our task is to even make the audience believe that it'll be pretty hopeless and then surprise them. We hope, right? We want to surprise the audience. Rub 2 coins together. Okay, there we go. How about that? He's got a swallowtail waistcoat. I just did my taxes yesterday, and I kind of did them on my own. And then as soon as I filed them, I got like 3 new documents in the mail. Like, oh, here's one from eBay, and then here's a, like some minuscule amount of, interest you made from your savings. Gosh darn it. Well, I went ahead and uploaded it to the website, so hopefully that's enough. Like, there shouldn't be much. I don't make a lot of money or anything like that. All right. There we go. Okay, now the other thing is we need to preserve this not quite black waistcoat. And the way I do it is hatch lines. And in certain areas we will go ahead and like hatch it all the way out to black. Like for example that back sleeve. And if we had the front collar, we might do that as well. Maybe even the shading around to the front. And really we're just gonna hope that it reads well. So there's our bowing frog. This is going to be our ace of Parts. The chord guards are mute. I might have them be able to say single words, like single word sentences, or something like that. I think that might be a funny comedic bit we could do. Okay. The light's coming this way, so I actually have this one wrong, and this one's correct, and then this one down here. I don't like this foot. Something like that. All right, let's make this guy the ace. Same problem as before with the um, serif font. I think we made our A too big. So we're gonna shrink her down just a little bit. Okay. Let's see what we got so far. All right, all of this feels pretty good so far. And then I didn't do a great job with her, I'll admit. So we hope we're getting to her. She has this kind of curly, her hair goes parts this way. I don't know if I could give her even a a hint of a smile. I want her to look a little bit perturbed and pensive over the impending destruction of her kingdom. Also, do you suppose I've gone too small with her? Yeah, she's going to be pretty small. That's okay. She gets bigger in other panels. And I got to remind myself how I did the crown earlier. There's the crown. Okay, it has sections, it has little gems, and it has this sort of like little muffin at the top. Looks like a sort of baked good. Kind of comes up at the top. I thought of having her holding a book, and I think she's holding one here. So we should have a book in her arm. What book? Doesn't matter. She's a librarian. All right, female hands. This is one of those things that you could get caught up in and spend hours on, and it's like, in the end, it's not even that important. All right, we're okay on that one. All right. Okay, let's try and get this other archway, and then we'll get our last card guard. Good enough. Get our back horizon. And then how about this one? And I wanted to have like some tree branch outside to show that there's a terrace outside. And this will be um, shown in the next, basically in the next page when they start discussing the Jub Jub bird. I admit I do want to get back to Grillig as soon as possible. Grillig is more fun to he's more fun to draw. I think he's what the audience want to see. And if I love seeing him, I think the audience will love seeing him as well. He's my Homer Simpson. He's the real draw of the show. but I need to do all kinds of details and things. Maybe I'll do like a. I originally had an idea of doing shields on the walls because I had an idea for a battle where Brillig is unarmed and he pulls a weapon off the wall or maybe off of a dead guy. Maybe takes it right out away from a card guard. All right. How about this? Okay. Are we getting somewhere? We're starting to get an environment. I think we need to do a lot of like detail of what's going on back out here, like having a tree on the terrace, having this other guard. Maybe we start faking in some rugs or some tiles on the floor. Maybe something even hangs from the ceiling, like some potted plants, or even make maybe these things here. We could put like a fleur de lis, or make them into um, plant potters or something. Now they're mostly going to get covered up by my word balloons, which I think are nicely balanced. So this is my tree. All right, but I think all in all, I think I may actually take off and just start noodling on this one. I'll take it off the video for a while. I don't know, we'll see. But I do want to show you my Tarzan page. So this is page 2 of Tarzan. You may have seen page 1, which is in color. There it is, Tarzan and the Jungle of Demons. Colors by Jake Moore. Arranged and adapted by me. And then here's my page 2 of this, which is looking pretty good. There's Tarzan coming up on the temple, but at night. And he swings closer to go check it out. You can see these guys. They're super modern. He's disturbed by this, and then we overhear a little bit of the the bad guys talking, and we see that there's a captive um, that they have, and I'm gonna fix up the backgrounds a little bit. I think I'm pretty happy with what I got. I mean, it doesn't need to be super detailed. I think a lot of guys, they get doing comics and they think, oh no, I need to paint it. I need a painted comic. What the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, even some artists I like S. Sava Art, I actually quite like his channel. He actually did an issue of Spider-Man, and he did it. His thing is sort of like watercolor and colored pencil paintings, and of course his issue of Spider-Man is done with watercolor and colored pencil painting. Um, it's not the right look, to me at all. Everybody wants to be like Alex Ross, or whatever. Comics can have this, comics are art, etc. It's like, yeah, okay, whatever. I mean, I always believe that anyways. Um, but I think if you turn it into um, something a little too foofy, I think you lose the immediacy and the sort of the power of comics is the fact that it's such a um, you know it's such a transitory periodical newsprint ink. It's manly. There's just something about it where it's like this is just um, what we're looking at now. This is for fun and excitement. Um, It's the way I see comics, anyways. Doesn't all need to be these super complex paintings and stuff like that. Um, and what are you really getting out of that, anyways? I mean, so when I was growing up, I always had comics, and there were comics like that. They were in Heavy Metal magazine, right? And they would have the comics with the the nudity and the um, ultra violence, and that's cool. That's fine. But is that you know that's the niche. Like the real comics are done with ink, and that there are stories of heroic fiction. That's the way I see them. Um, and it's not just superheroes, but I mean, I like superheroes and adventure stories and stuff like Tarzan, which is kind of pulpy. Um, and I don't mind a painting, but save it for the cover or something like that. It doesn't have to be painted all the way through. You don't have to spend a year or 2 years or 4 years doing a 24-page comic. What are you, crazy? That's insane. It doesn't take that long to draw. That's crazy. And you're not getting anything actually special for it, but you're only holding the reader's attention for as long as these words are on the page, and these words are not um high literature or anything like that. I have a degree in literature. I know what real literature is. It's Jeeves and Wooster. It's PG Wodehouse. It's not fucking Batman. You know what I'm saying? All right, anyways. My comic is high art. Sure. Make something fun. That's what comics is all about. Anyway, sorry, that was a bit of a rant. But I really do believe that. All right. Yeah, I think you want to give somebody a chance for a little bit of excitement. It's meant to be fun. We should be looking to Milt Caniff for inspiration. He had those moments that were absolutely sublime. But he also had, he was not above doing the occasional silly gag, too. So, anyway, maybe you too can spend 4 years to draw 24 pages. How long do you suppose you're going to live? That's what I'm saying. Anyways, love Tarzan. Looking forward to getting this thing done. I've only got 3 pages kind of here, but I've got, once again in the sketchbook, I probably got 4 more pages. I won't start doing those. Draw every day. Don't listen to the adults. Make your own way through this thing. Don't even listen to me. Don't even listen to me. I'm giving you bad advice too. All right. Talk to you later. Please like, follow, and subscribe. And check in again later for more incredible comic making.